Okay, let's get to it. This is Lauren Burke. This is Lauren Live. And Savannah Guthrie just dropped a video on her, I believe it's her Instagram account. And this must have been only maybe 30 minutes ago. Um, and this sure as heck, given what she's saying here, sounds like a kidnapping. But let's listen to what she says.
On behalf of our family, we want to thank all of you for the prayers for our beloved mom, Nancy. We feel them, and we continue to believe that she feels them too. Our mom is a kind, faithful, loyal, fiercely loving woman of goodness and light. She is funny, and spunky, and clever. She has grandchildren that adore her and crowd around her and cover her with kisses. She loves fun and adventure. She is a devoted friend. She is full of kindness and knowledge. Talk to her and you'll see.
The light is missing from our lives. Nancy is our mother. We are her children. She is our beacon. She holds fast to joy in all of life's circumstances. She chooses joy day after day, despite having already passed through great trials of pain and grief. We are always going to be merely human, just normal human people who need our mom. Mama, if you're listening, we need you to come home. We miss you.
Our mom is our heart and our home. She is 84 years old. Her health, her heart is fragile. She lives in constant pain. She is without any medicine. She needs it to survive. She needs it not to suffer. We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her. We want to hear from you, and we are ready to listen. Please reach out to us. Mommy, if you are hearing this, you are a strong woman. You are God's precious daughter, Nancy. We believe and know that even in this valley, He is with you. Everyone is looking for you, Mommy, everywhere. We will not rest. Your children will not rest until we are together again. We speak to you every moment, and we pray without ceasing, and we rejoice in advance for the day that we hold you in our arms again. We love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom.
We love you, Mom. Stay strong.
We love you, Mom. We love you.
So that was a video statement by Savannah Guthrie and her siblings tonight that was posted on social media. And of course, that was amplified by a lot of people out there who know Savannah Guthrie in the business of journalism, and of course, many others. And this, to me, indicates a few things that may not have been confirmed previously. It would indicate that the ransom note story that been like swirling all day is in some way accurate. Because of course the FBI has been to the house of Nancy Guthrie, who of course the mother of NBC anchor Savannah Guthrie. And there was all sorts of back and forth about whether or not this ransom story was correct. I think TMZ was the first to report that. Nobody could really figure out whether or not it was accurate. Police were not confirming whether or not the ransom note story was accurate. So that went on all day. There's something, of course, confirming in this statement that would indicate that it was accurate because they are talking as if they believe it is, and that there's someone out there that's holding their mother that can, in fact, in some way communicate with them, or I should say, someone out there that they're trying to get to communicate with them. So the premise of that reporting earlier with regard to ransom notes and whether or not, someone took Nancy Guthrie, all of that seems to be confirmed within this statement. The other thing that was sort of interesting during the day was that the police decided to stop talking to the media. The police chief out there was, in fact, talking to the media quite a lot. And then all of a sudden, we get an announcement the next time they're going to talk would be tomorrow morning. I don't think that that necessarily means anything in terms of, you know, anything with regard to facts regarding the story. I think it was just a timing thing. And I also think the passage of time was an important factor here. And I guess it was about an hour and a half ago that there was a ton of reporting around activity at the house of the daughter and male friend of Nancy Guthrie's daughter's house, who lives down the way, apparently not too far away. So, but Savannah Guthrie, of course, had to become, obviously a part of this. Was supposed to, of course, be in Italy covering the Olympics. Obviously, that is not going to happen. And of course, this family crisis continues without knowing too much detail here. Again, there's a lot of reporting back and forth from various news organizations about her sister. There's nothing confirming about that, nothing confirmed about that. A lot of speculation with no hard evidence, but there was a prominent YouTube true crime person who reported that she was some sort of a main suspect, but the police do not seem to be indicating that that's true. Of course, if it was, they might not want to indicate anything if you're in the middle of an investigation trying to catch somebody for kidnapping. So it's understandable that the police aren't saying anything. Kind of reminds me of the Tepe murder case in Ohio, Cleveland, where the police just went dark for that entire thing, and I think that makes sense. Totally makes sense. And a lot of times, what happens? The police go quiet, and then they then have a big announcement that, hey, we got somebody, or not, or whatever. So I think the police have to have the room to do what they're doing without having to answer every question in real time, knowing that there's somebody out there who could be a violent criminal who, of course, is listening to whatever they're saying. So having all these press conferences oftentimes is not a great idea. So as you can see, everybody's amplifying this video. This video should get huge amplification. And in fact, I think Jake Tapper put up the number, like there's a missing person hotline number that came with this, or that he put up. So this is a hugely disturbing situation, to say the least. Not just because it's the mother of a famous person. It's just really unnerving to think that somebody would do something like this. Really shocking story, and older woman missing, and there is no dementia issue here, and no one knows where she is, and it's just a really, excuse me, a really hard story to unpack. Um, and you would suspect too that whoever is behind whatever the heck it is we're looking at, and it's hard to know what we're looking at, is probably contacting NBC. Of course, we don't have any confirmation of that, nor has NBC confirmed any of that, and probably nor should they. Because once again, if you are investigating the situation or you're trying to get to the bottom of it, you don't want the perpetrators to know that. So a lot of people I suspect are being very quiet. I know that TMZ did a whole big thing of, reading a ransom note and all this. I'm not sure that was a particularly good idea. You have to understand there's someone out there who may be a criminal watching all of this. And you can very easily tip that perpetrator off to things that you don't want them to be tipped off to during the perpetrating of a crime, and who knows how that news and how that information might impact or not this situation. But why take the risk when somebody's life is at stake? So this is a really, really disturbing situation. It was, in fact, Ashley Banfield, I believe, that put it out there that the son-in-law is a prime suspect. Let's see if Ashley is correct. It's funny that you don't see the son-in-law coming to the camera and saying, "Hey,
Suspect in the case.
let's
What
listen."
actually do you do if a reliable law enforcement source told you about a possible suspect in the case?
Sure. So after almost 4 decades in this business, I've collected a few friends at the FBI and in local law enforcement all over the country. And the source that I have is impeccable. And he said that not only were the cameras smashed, plural cameras smashed, so that the suspect likely knew about the locations of them, but that the car belonging to the sister of Savannah Guthrie, Annie Guthrie, was towed, impounded, and taken into evidence. And this is the wording. It's very important. The wording is very important. He said they now believe the son-in-law may be the prime suspect. Those are the words. Son-in-law may be the prime suspect at the.
So that's what got everybody in a tizzy today, that Ashley Banfield reported that, and man, did things blow up from there. Once again, you don't see son-in-law or the daughter, out here saying, well, wait a minute, what are you talking about? Like, you don't see that. I'm trying to find out or figure out here in this video, is that the daughter in question? I don't think so. They don't look the same to me, but let me see. Let me just do a quick search here with regard to how many siblings Savannah Guthrie has. Because if that's her sibling sitting right next to her for this video, that's even more interesting dynamic. So yeah, she has 2 siblings, and those are the 2 siblings sitting right next to her. Of course, it would be unusual that all your siblings would not join in on that type of statement. So I guess that is the daughter with the son-in-law in question. But we'll see. We'll see if Ashley Banfield is right or wrong. If she's wrong, it's one hell of a defamation case, because that's, you put that person out there as a suspect, and well, it's not them. But a lot of times these things that happen when people run and report like this, what you do find is that oftentimes they're accurate. Like later on, you find that out. But this is a thing where only time can tell. This is a very, very strange and jarring story, because everybody knows how shook up they would be if they found out that their parent was kidnapped. I mean, this is insane. And of course, you do have the added element, of course, that the person who's, the person's daughter is making $10 million a year at NBC. And no doubt that's part of this situation, asking for money and et cetera and so on, knowing there's somebody in the family who can pay it. It's a difficult situation. Hopefully it turns out okay. But man, right now it is a very hard thing to watch. It is an extremely hard thing to watch. Hopefully it does have a good outcome, but I'll be back with more. But that video coming out was quite interesting. It did reveal a few things. And this is Lauren Burke. This is Lauren Live, and I'll be back very soon.
Somewhere. What's going on? Thank you. Are you watching now?
Yeah. No, I was watching on left, but it's excellent. I love it. I love the traffic's flowing up. You were in Brooklyn last night. Where?
I was in Bushwick.
Okay, my grandmother's house is in Crown Heights.
Oh, yeah.
So when I saw you, I was trying to look at what the pizza place was to see where
As soon as we got there, someone recognized the pizza place. They're like, we got to get out of here. Someone
Get out. It was great.
blown up our spot.
This show was freaking fantastic. fantastic.
Thank you.
Love it, man. Love it.